Now that the temperature's gone up out here to -7, I can turn the heat down in here and save on propane. We really got to do something different next winter when it comes to this shed. Come on, let's go to the chickies. So I'm going to talk to you guys about how we prepare and stay warm in these crazy frigid temperatures here in northwestern Ontario, Canada. We're going out to the chickens to take them some more hot water. It's not too bad. It's -11 now. It got up to -5. So that just goes to show you how quickly the temperatures change here. And so it went from -33 this morning to -5 this afternoon. Now it's starting to drop again. So hi chickies. Hello. You guys excited to see me? Am I your chickie mama? Thorn's trying to get them to stay in. Thorn, go on. Go lay down. Can you sit? Thorn, sit. You wait. Wait for mom, okay? You stay. All right. Let's get you guys some water. All right. You guys didn't even eat all your oatmeal. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hello. It's frozen. Frozen oatmeal. While I'm here, I'll check for eggs. Oh, look at all these eggs. I brought in more hay last night just because my little injured one sleeps all by herself and I wanted her to have a bit more warmth. As I was saying, so one of the things that we do is we heat with wood. Now, as you can see, we have availability to wood, and we will be taking from our own bush. This year we didn't have the opportunity to do so because Rod was so sick, and I don't know how to run a chainsaw yet, so but we'll do a video too about heating with wood. But we love it because it's a constant heat, and we have the availability of it. So another very important thing is to make sure that your home is insulated well, and you're, as much as you can, getting rid of drafts. Now you want to have some sort of airflow type thing. You don't want an airtight house. You really don't. With animals and with ourselves, you need some humidity in your home. And oh, Thorn just rammed me. So you do need to make sure that you don't like cover up all the drafts. Now, we definitely haven't done that. And it's showing this week with such low temperatures. But for the most part, you want to try your best to make your home as warm as possible. Some people cover their windows if they have drafty windows with plastic. Last year we didn't have much of a problem just because we were heating such a small space. And that's another way that we stay warm, is we live in a tiny home and we don't have to heat it as much. But the thing is, we expanded this year and now we have the mudroom, and so the wood stove is still efficient enough, but the problem is that we're heating a bigger space. So at night we tend to have to, especially in these temperatures, we have to close the door between the mudroom and the house. Another thing with the wood, we make sure that we clean it out as much as we can to keep the ashes from piling up. This can really put a damper on how your wood burns if you have too many ashes. So you're going to get a hotter fire with less ashes in there. Another way that we keep warm is we have a lot of south-facing windows. So when the sun is up, we tend to have the warmth coming through the south-facing windows, and we've done that with the coop. The coop is built that way as well. Right now, unfortunately, we are heating the shed with a propane heater. Now, we're hoping to be able to modify that somehow next year. We've done what we can, I think, to insulate it, and it's we're just gonna have to really consider what to do with that for next year, because it's the last 2 years it's been a bit of a challenge, let's just say that. Make sure that you have warm bedding. Sometimes your wood stove goes out at night, and unless you're getting up in the middle of the night like I have been and tending to the fire, I'm actually setting an alarm and doing that just because I don't want to be cold, and I don't want my house getting that cold again. So make sure you have really warm bedding, and as much as you can, sleep together. Rod and I always sleep together, and yeah, we stay warm that way. We also have Charlie sleeping with us, which causes more body heat, and one of the cats actually sleeps with us as well. So now, one of the things that I researched, if you wear constricting clothing, it can kind of stop the circulation, and the more circulation you have, the warmer you're going to be. So that's all I'm going to say. The better sleep you have, the less stress you have, and the better you function, the better you're going to do in the cold. Another bonus is that you actually sleep better in colder temperatures, and that's been proven. So, I mean, not frigid, like crazy low temps like we had the other day, but if you can keep your sleeping environment between 65 degrees Fahrenheit and 18 degrees Celsius, then that is supposedly the prime temperature to sleep at. Another good thing is to make sure you have really good winter gear when you're going outside. And you do want to go outside, and sometimes it's necessary. I have to come outside to tend to the animals, and I also have chores that I have to do outside. Thorn, come here, bud. Come here. Here, bud. Come on. So with us, hi. You're looking for a treat, aren't you? That's a good boy. So making sure you have good snow pants, a nice warm coat that is suitable for these temperatures. Make sure you're always wearing a hat, especially in these temperatures. And I double cover my ears because that's just what I do. I've had problems. And, you know, mitts and a scarf if you need one. And just make sure that your feet are warm as well. The biggest thing is keeping them dry and keeping dry. And if you can get really good winter socks, that is a bonus, because I don't know if there's any pair of boots that are going to keep your feet as warm as they should in these temperatures. But get good boots too. That's another one. So another thing is to make sure you're staying fit, that you're exercising. The better your body circulation, your blood circulation, the warmer you're going to stay, and that's inside and outside. So you do want to get outside, and you do want to be in the sunshine, because no matter what, being in the sunshine, even if it's cold, is really good for your mental health. So stay active and try to stay fit. And just because it's cold doesn't mean you should be hibernating. You really still need to get outside, because it's just good for you to be in nature and to be outside and getting fresh air. And if it's that cold and you really honestly cannot get out, make sure that you're stretching and trying to stay active as much as you can inside. Maybe sit by a nice window that has the sun coming in and read a book or do something like that after you've done some stretches. But definitely, as much as you can, you need to be getting outside and just being safe when you are outside. And as much as you can, I know that sometimes it's hard to get out in the winter, but eat healthy food, eat real food. Try to stay away from processed food and sugar, and just eat real good food. If you can, for the most part, cook from scratch. Get a lot of vegetables in your diet. And if you can, try to eat clean meats. It's very important to try and get the best quality of meat with the least amount of antibiotics and hormones used. This will help you stay fit, and being healthy makes you stronger. And the stronger you are, the better you're going to be able to get through a cold winter like this. It's very important as well to stay hydrated. We, especially hot fluids, we like to have coffee in the morning, and then you'll see me sipping on a tea here and there throughout the day. Tea is very, very good for you, and it's probably one of the healthiest hot drinks that you can have. And yeah, occasionally it's nice to have a hot chocolate, but try to make it from scratch. A lot of those mixes are just full of sugar, and that is not going to help you stay warm in the winter. Making sure that our chickens get inside in that coop, and we close that door to keep the heat in as quickly as possible as soon as they do go in, as well as making sure that our dogs are inside, and we're also watching to see any kind of movement or whatever outside when their paws are cold. And that is something that's why I won't let Charlie go out at certain times. Now that the temperature has increased and it's only -7, now I can take them both out for a run, and they're both going to enjoy it, and I'm not going to have any possibility of frostbite. Come on, guys. Come on, Charlie, let's go. Did you find another mouse? Go on. Puppies. Get it! Get it! You don't mind the snow, do you, Thorn? that your daily dose of bark? You gonna come for a run? So we have about 7 days of this extreme cold happening, and you really do have to make sure you're prepared, because you can easily get frostbite or anything. I find it's my ears, my inner ear gets really affected, and I get earaches and can turn to migraines and inner ear infections. I get vertigo and super dizzy, nauseated. But if I cover my ears, make sure I'm wearing a hat, a toque, and my ears have to, especially my left ear, I have to make sure it's covered or I suffer the consequences. And even just as I'm walking the dogs, I am watching to make sure that if they're lifting their paws or if they sit down instantly and lift up their paws, I have to be very, very conscious of that and mindful of that, because that can quickly lead to frostbite on their paws, and we do not want that happening either. Especially with our lack of vets around this area, I have no opportunity to take them to a vet. So, are you guys ready to go back up? Are you ready to go back up? Let's go, boys. Let's go. One of the also very, very necessary things to consider is everything that has to be done in your day. Make sure you're doing it at the warmest part of the day. Hence why I'm out getting wood, because it's something that I have to do, and I want to get it done before the temperature starts dropping. So we've been really mixing the wood with the dry wood that we were given, and it seems to be really helping. Hi, buddy. Hi, snowy boy. Update on Thorn. He's doing really, really well. He stays close for the most part, and when we call him, he comes. Hey, buddy. You're being a good boy, aren't you? Yeah, you want to come in here and help me? Come to help, Mom? Come here, bud. Hi. You're a good boy. You coming? You know that Mom has treats in her pocket, don't you? Were you after the chickadees? Were you after the chickadees? Are you after the chickadees? Not you, no. Not my Thorny boy. Advantages of it being so cold is it doesn't snow when it's this cold, so I don't have to shovel snow. It's all good all around. And something I actually really love doing to stay warm is turning on music and dancing like nobody's watching. I hope that these tips help you in wherever area that you are, but if you happen to be in northern Canada or planning to move to this area, this is how we stay warm in these frigid Canadian winter temperatures. Don't forget, life's too short. You have to take any adventure that you can.